one of our favourite things in Southeast Asian cooking is pad thai. First thing you need are rice noodles. They need to be soaked first for sort of 10 or 15 minutes.
Chopped plain peanuts, unadulterated
unsalted.
with anything else, and unsalted. These are, I think, 76% peanut, 24% other.
For our sauce, we need 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using this proper palm sugar.
I reckon the best way to bust that up might be to grate it.
That's a good idea. Similar quantity of fish sauce. Really strict measurements here. 1 tablespoon of soy, just to give a bit of saltiness. And 2 tablespoons of tamarind juice. We've got tamarind concentrate.
Looks noxious, but it's not.
I think that's, yeah.
Shrimps or prawns that we're going to use.
A tablespoon of chopped garlic. I'll cut the chives and the shallots up.
You're cutting lengths.
Yeah, about 1 inch really. Wok on your largest burner.
On the highest heat.
Plain, non-flavoured kind of oil. It's going to get really smoky. Nice and hot. Let's put in our garlic and prawns. These are nearly done already. Look, rice noodles go in. Add the sauce. Maybe I'll just add about half. Come on, burn! Oh God, see now it's really starting to get mushy. It's definitely a bit overly gloopy, I have to say. It's a bit disappointing. It doesn't have that wok-seared flavour.
Yeah, tried to cook too much in one go with too little heat. Hang on, I forgot to turn this on, sorry. This time I've done my research. I looked on Pim's blog and found a really good explanation of pad thai. We did just about everything wrong, so we're going to get it right this time. I've got the wok heating with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. We've got the garlic again. Garlic chives this time instead of shallot/green onions. The noodles I've soaked, but nowhere near as much as last time, just until they will straighten under their own weight. Things should be at room temperature, okay, because the wok won't hold the heat. So things like the meat and the shrimps and things that you're putting in, don't put cold stuff in, don't put a cold egg in, make it at room temperature. Raw blanched peanuts that I got at a Chinese food store.
Have you roasted them?
I've roasted them, I chopped them up and roasted them, chopped them up in the processor. Much coarser, because the ones last time were quite finely chopped and turned into a paste, turned into like peanut butter in the wok.
Oh, yeah.
So the wok's starting to smoke. That's about 1.5 cloves worth of garlic there, which I won't fry for very long at all. 2 cups worth of the noodles, and a ladle of this sauce that I've made up. Flip this around till the noodles are properly cooked. This is 1 serving.
Right, so that was the other thing we did wrong last time, is we cooked too many servings at once.
The sauce is 1/3 of a cup of fish sauce, 1/3 of a cup of tamarind juice. Sorry, it's getting smoky in here. Tamarind juice/essence, and 1/3 of a cup of palm sugar.
And some chilli.
Chili powder, about 1 to 2 teaspoons.
Which is why I'm sneezing.
Freaking out here because I want to get this right.
Not quite done.
Push the noodles off to one side. Crack the egg in there. So cook that for about 15 seconds, then the noodle back into it. Here's our shrimp. Peanuts, which are about 2 tablespoons. And a handful of garlic chives. Bean sprouts. So you probably just want to soften those bean sprouts a little bit, don't you?
Not even. I like a crunchy bean sprout.
Okay, well this is yours then.
Excellent.
Looks somewhat different from last time, doesn't it?
Still dark, but yeah, not grey.
I mean, it was just a big clump last time. Okay.
Well, already it looks a lot better than last time. It's brown, not grey. Those prawns are nice and pink.
I don't see anything really wrong with using shallots/green onions, whatever you want.
Yeah, these garlic chives might be, or whatever they're called, might be a bit hard to get hold of. Still too chewy.
The noodles are too chewy, are they?
Just a tiny bit. It's a little bit too salty.
Yeah, okay.
You have a taste and
I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think the noodles are too chewy. It is a bit too salty. It could be a bit less salty and a bit sweeter.
So,
but the chili in there is fantastic. You always think soy sauce in a stir fry, none at all in this version. The fish sauce is plenty salty enough. You can cook. You can.
I can cook the next one.
The next portion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually.
I now feel that on an average day after work, I could come home and cook pad thai.
You could have the prawns in the freezer.
Tofu, I suppose you could have at the ready.
Get your bean sprouts and your garlic chives fresh. Gosh, it goes with beer though, doesn't it?